Welcome back to another episode of the Crypto Serpent. And I know you guys have been asking a lot about this, so we're going to bring it up and talk about Stellar, some of the key differences between Stellar and XRP, and where does Stellar sit in my eyes as far as, what potential growth we can see from Stellar in the short, medium, and long-term future. Now, I am a fan, so I will start off by saying that yes, I am a fan of Stellar, and I do believe that Stellar will play an important role in 2021, 2022, and beyond. And obviously, when it comes to talking about things, I do talk about XRP a lot, but that doesn't mean that there are others that I also hold or talk about or discuss as well. And the Stellar is one of them, because I believe that when it comes to what Stellar is doing, how it's doing, and I think, there's a lot of potential here. So what I highly encourage you to do is to jump on the stellar.org website, look at this, look at what's going on, read the white paper, figure out, where do you think Stellar could sit within your own portfolio. And remember that the point of the channel and the point of these videos is just to give you a taste of what's available, what's out there, and then for you to make up your own mind and then come up with your own solutions and conclusions to things. And that being as well, where does Stellar sit in your portfolio? So if you are a holder of Stellar, I would love to know in the comments how long you've been a holder, what do you see about it for the future, and how do you think it will integrate in 2021 and beyond? Because I love user participation and hearing about what you guys think. Now, I like, what they're saying, creating equitable access to the global financial system. You've heard this before, right? I mean, you can tell the resemblance between Stellar and XRP. That's why there's a real divide, I feel, in the community about, how much value people put towards XRP and how much value people put towards Stellar. And I think, some of the explanations that I've seen out there before is that, XRP is B2B, so business to business, and Stellar is B2C, business to consumer. I'd love to know what you think about that as well. But I think, from a ecosystem, what they're building, the sort of technology that it is, I think, it does really, really have a place out there. So Stellar is an open source network for currencies and payments. Stellar makes it possible to create, send, trade digital representations of all forms of money, dollars, pesos, Bitcoin, pretty much anything. And it is designed all the world's financial systems can work together on a single network. We've heard that before as well. So Stellar has no owner. If anything, it's owned by the public. The software runs across a decentralized open network and handles millions of transactions each day. Like Bitcoin and Ethereum, Stellar relies on blockchain to keep the network in sync. But the end user experience is more like cash. Stellar is much faster, cheaper, and more energy efficient than typical blockchain-backed system. So basically, the Stellar network launched in 2015. And since then, it's just gone on and on to grow and become better and better and better. And over here in the stellar.org/learn/intro to Stellar, it goes really in depth about what it is, who builds on Stellar, how does the Stellar system work, where is Stellar going. And I'm not going to read it out to you because that's your job. It's your job to read, understand, figure out what is going on, where could it potentially sit within your portfolio. It's really important to do your own research and not just trust one source. There are also plenty of case studies out there about Stellar being used in real scenarios, so Satoshi Pay, Tempo and Cowrie, Saldo, and you can learn more about what happened and how it implemented and what are the benefits that they found with using it as well. So really, really cool. The case studies are great. It's got the challenge, it's got the outcome, it's got the solution, everything that happened in that. So at the moment, from a price standpoint, there is a little bit of weakness at the moment, so there could be a great buying opportunity coming up as well. And I will go over some charts later on and jump into Atani and check it out on there as well. But there is some opportunities at the moment, to actually get in and find a good entry within the next 24 hours. Now, we had a lot of talk about, the Europe is set to unveil plans for a block-wide digital wallet for IDs, payments, and passwords. And of course, XRP community went straight into, it's going to be XRP. But there is also the talk and the rumors and things going around that it could be Stellar. Now, I don't know where I sit at the moment with all this, but I do believe that it is XRP more than it is Stellar. But even though Stellar may not be part of the digital euro, it will still have a huge role to play in the months and years to come when it comes to instant liquidity and moving money around and all that. And like I said, I see it as a B2C product more than a B2B, but I would love your user participation to tell me what you think of that. Also, securities.io have a brilliant article about XRP versus Stellar and what are the key differences. It was published on May 31st. And so it is very, very new, very relevant. And I do highly encourage you to check it out because there are some key differences, of course, between the two of them. And what is it, like what are the main things about them that are different, how they compare, how the charts compare, who are the Ripple founders, how Stellar was born, how the launch occurred of both, and the mechanics, the consensus of the mechanism as well. So like from a rollout perspective, the protocols. So all of this information is available, and I think it's really, really important, to compare the two and understand the two as well. I like what Crypto Joker 12 has done here, as far as from a charts point of view, Stellar going to according to plan, but not in a straight line. XLM bull market starts beyond $1. So I like what's going on here and what he's saying, and we will go over more charts as well about what we're doing. Now, Wire announces new savings API powered by Stellar Network. So this is going to be a thing, right? From now to the end of the year, we're going to see more organizations, more companies, more things moving into XRP and Stellar, and more implementation. So another fantastic, article about how Stellar is being integrated with Wire Stellar and how that integration is going to help the consumers and the market overall. So do check that out as well. Again, Crypto Trader Pro said, that over here at this particular point, we're ready, set for takeoff, and that these are the charts over there, and we will go over that as well. And then of course, UK and Europe, and again, how much of a role will Stellar have? I think both XRP and Stellar will have major roles to play, like I said, in the 6 to 12 months time, and it's going to be really, really, really exciting to watch this all unfold and watch the evolution that the next 24 months are going to bring, and Stellar and XRP are going to be right there in the thick of it. Let's jump into Atani. Let's see what Atani tells us. All right, so from a daily point of view, inside Atani, when we look at the daily charts of XLM versus USDT, we can see that the blue and the orange are about to cross over into a bullish segment on the hourly. For the MACD, we can see it's trading well inside the Bollinger, and we are in the sort of oversold, almost oversold. On the hourly chart, we can see that it is bullish, and there's a clear gap between the MACDs right there. And then if we go into 4 hour, the 4 hour at the moment is still bearish. And then if we look into the 12 hour and we zoom out even further, they are on a bullish segment. So I believe that we could potentially from here push forward and continue to rise. So it's always interesting to look at all these indicators, what they're saying. Is there correlation between the 12, the day, the 1 hour, the 4 hour, and all them? Is there correlation between those? So I think that's really, really important to check that out, to understand what is going on there. And I think, so far from all these indicators, it is saying bullish. But let's have a look at some charts and what they tell us. All right, so we kick off with this one because I think it is really, really relevant to look at this. And I think Stellar is trading within this particular pattern, and so potentially could rise to say maybe 50, come back down in the sort of 39s, 40 cents, 35, 36, 7 cents, and then continue its rise up. And the next stop is $1, but before that dollar, it has to break that particular trend line, and that trend line is at 90 cents. So that will play a major support role. But breaking that, retesting it, and then going again, I think that's going to be really, really, really fascinating to watch. So we will definitely keep a very, very close eye. But I think a bullish, I think the signals, so far is bullish. I think, if it were to drop, it would drop all the way down to 25 cents and certainly grab some if that were to be the case. But of course, it is also dependent on what Bitcoin does, how Bitcoin trades over the next couple of days. But 25 would probably be roughly where it would sit if it were to bottom out. But I think 54 is also right in the thick of it. So look out for how the market is moving. You could potentially find yourself at 27 cents or a 25 cents entry point. Also, you could find yourself sitting at around 54 cents in the not too distant future as well. So we're a bit stuck at the moment about where we're going, but I have no doubts that we will see 90 cents, $1 and beyond from an XLM point of view. And overall, if you did learn something new today, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you all so very much for the love and passion that you show the channel, and I cannot wait to see you on the next one.